Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 3 of Flower. If you made it up to this point, then chances are you saw that we just got done with the second level, the red level. Now here we are on the third one, which is the pink level. Oh man, my voice just got really weird there. I just had a really delicious steak, and after a hard day's work, that is the best thing a man could ever possibly need. But here we've got this extremely bright sun glazing in our face, and I gotta say this level is quite a bit more open-ended than the previous two. And the other ones, it was very clear-cut in where you had to go and what you had to do, but this one kind of leaves your mind open to interpretation, so to speak. And the atmosphere of this level is so good. Like, it's the middling point of the game, obviously, but here we are, the pink flower starting off all docile and whatnot, and here we've got this amazing gray sky. But here we start off in 3 spots. You'll notice these bouquets of pink flowers. These ones will actually send a huge burst of light, and so we're gonna head, or light wind, and so we're gonna head off to this left side first. There are a couple different areas we can go to, but we're gonna take the left path first, simply so that we could go from left to right and hopefully complete as much of it as we can. Now the main point, God, I'm missing so much right here, and the main the main focus of this level is to activate the series of windmills. Those blue flowers are going to activate these windmills, and we're going to have to activate 3 bunches of windmills to activate the big one that we briefly saw in the middle. And wow, my camera is really weird there. But there are a bunch of flowers here, and so chances are we might miss a few, but I'm hoping we probably don't. I'm just going to kind of be extra thorough, simply because, just for the sake of being thorough, I guess. It's kind of hard to see sometimes, but like I said, when you see those pink bouquets, you'll be, come on. No flower is going to get left behind. This is not the Undergarden where magicians and pollen sacks were unhit. I don't know, but I can't be making throwbacks to the old little Let's Plays. God. For the first time, I'm actually wearing headphones while trying to LP, and it's kind of weird not being able to hear myself as I normally do, because as you know, I usually play... Whoa, that's kind of a lot there. I usually have the volume really low, and now it's like in my head. So I don't know how my voice is sounding right now, but hopefully it's not too weird. I know sometimes my pitch fluctuates quite a bit, but it's kind of nice being able to hear the beauty and the sound. So here we go. Woo! And these divots here, you're going to want to make sure you green them up, so to speak. You're going to want to bloom all the flowers in them, and we'll make the sacred bouquet appear that way, and that's by activating all these yellow flowers over here. And hopefully, nope. And we still got to get the pink ones. Just do all of them, and once that's done, yeah, there it is. It's just gonna spawn right there in the center right there. So good stuff. And we already kind of went into the next area where we had to go. And in some of these later cutscenes, your wind will still be like gliding by itself, sort of. So if you're tilting the controller, it's gonna like go of its own coalition. Like right here, it just went up randomly. So. And I think that might have happened on the first level, I don't know, but I just didn't pay too much attention. Oh, and we're missing some right down here. So this is, like I said, it's just mostly going to help to collect all the flowers in these levels to get the 10,000 flowers bloomed. Otherwise, you don't have to really nitpick, because there's and there we go. There's a level, extremely dedicated to the cause of getting that achievement by itself. So, here we go. Yeah, that was sweet. Oh man, just going fast, but I don't know, this game is just awesome. But here we got the third series of windmills, and with that, this entire first area will be finished, because, as you can imagine, this huge-ass windmill... There I go, cussing again in this Let's Play. Jeez, I think I've already swore at least once in each episode of this so far, but basically it's going to send us into the next area, and then we'll be good for the second one, which is a little bit unique to this level in itself, so... That's pretty cool as well. And here alright, let's go off some more jumps. We don't have to go that way though, so. Alright, so here, we're facing the entrance kind of right now, and God, we're kind of missing a lot. So here's if we had gone to the right instead of the left side in the very beginning, and I don't know if there's any in, I don't think so. Gonna look around. Oh, this center one right here, I think we missed. Yeah, we didn't go down the center yet. There we go. Alright, we're missing this one too, God. Maybe I did not go about this the correct way, or the optimal way, I should say. I don't think there's really a correct way to bloom all these flowers. I mean, we're getting them all, and we're not really in a rush to complete this, because, it's such a beautiful game. Just look at this contrast so far. It's like You know, I mean, the ground itself isn't very colorful. There aren't very many. It's not as vibrant as the previous two levels. This one is actually a little bit gloomier, but it's so nice. It's like Seattle, you know, like the outskirts of Seattle and things like that, in Oregon, and or I guess some people would say Oregon or Oregon. Yeah, Oregon. That was such a weird thing. It makes me think Lord of the Rings for some reason. Why am I talking about Lord of the Rings in a flower Let's Play? It's so random. Well, I think we got most of the flowers here, but just take a moment and just behold. This is just so cool, you guys. Like the distance, and God, this is not Shadows of the Damned, terrible rendering disc services for us right here. This is Pleasure City for the eyes. And with that, we've got this giant windmill to do our bidding for us, and by God, it's beautiful. So now it's going to send us off to where we spawn, but behind us, if you tried doing this before we activated that big windmill, all this wind would have been pushing us back. So in this area, it's kind of like a rails kind of segment where we can't really turn around if we wanted to. So it's a good idea not to speed up here if you're looking to appreciate it a bit more. It seems kind of a bit forced because we're going on our merry way and we're not at a standstill. But if you go fast, then you will go pretty fast, and chances are you'll be able to appreciate this as much as you would have otherwise, and collected most of the flowers. But in this area, we're actually going to be going through this several more times, so don't worry about that. So we'll probably end up collecting most, if not all, of the flowers here simply for that one fact, because when we start over this section, some of the flowers will come back, or a new batch of flowers will come back, and that's pretty cool. So here we can get quite a bit, and we still get the wind gusts with those bouquets. Now over here, remember this term. You can't really see it, but there is like a crevice over here to the side, and we could go right here. Just remember that we could, but instead we're going to take this left, and with that we got our second secret bouquet for this area, which is very nice. And with that, we're going to go out this area, and well, what do you know? If you need to go back to the beginning of the level, here it is, but we're going to continue on back over here as fast as we can. And then hopefully, here we go. So the new batch of flowers are coming back. And God, I just love those blue flowers so much. Like, do they even exist? If you guys have seen Wrist Cutters, which is an awesome movie, it's so funny when they're driving and he's like spray painting all these flowers for when they find his girlfriend. God, it was a good movie. Good times. It had a very, very nice aesthetic tone to it. It's kind of like this almost, because all the colors are grayed out, because they, like, for all the people who commit suicide. Oh, and I missed. They go to like not hell. It's like kind of like, I don't know, some weird, they were like in limbo kind of. Is just a place where people who killed themselves went, and not just people who died normally. But go in here again, and instead of going left, you're going to want to go right as soon as you can, because sometimes you'll miss it because of the wind. But here we're going to go a slightly different direction, and we're going to go into this cave here. And with that, by God, we got an homage to one of their previous games, Flow. Like I said in the last part, we might get into, but it's pretty interesting. The controls are kind of like this. It's microorganisms. Yes, there's the achievement. I was wondering where it was. So it was Flow. And so that's kind of cool. They kind of made a throwback to that. I kind of hope they do that in Journey, because that'd be pretty cool. Like Flower. I would not put it past them to have a flower reference in Journey, because there's no way you couldn't reference this beautiful piece of art in a game, like, you know, in a, I guess, their junior effort on the place. Well, no, it'd be their senior effort. I mean, because their fourth game, because the first one was Cloud, but they didn't mention Cloud. And whoa, we're not supposed to go this way yet. Whoa, okay, I think I just took a shortcut backwards. Okay, I took a shortcut. If you take that, whoa, okay. Okay, I'm going crazy. Whoa, okay, so here we can go up now, and we can, whoops, we just kind of hit that thing, and with the, whoa, okay, no, okay, I definitely tricked out a shortcut there. Okay, I guess we'll keep going. I'll take it. That's so crazy, but anyway, that's the second area for you. There's another part where we have to go, but this part is so awesome right here. But before we kind of look over at this beautiful scenery, we're going to turn around, because we're actually going to collect the final secret bouquet in this area, which is just right there. But I'm going to try and get back, because there's a section where if you just continued on normally, the boulders would fall. And yeah, if we just kept going here, then actually I think we might have skipped it if we. Oh, okay. It looks like we can't get to it from here, but we go over here, and whoa, wait, that's not where. Okay, the wind is kind of freaking out on us here. It's supposed to like take you in a really specific area. But basically, a boulder's fallen, you'll have to take that area that we just flew over and do that. So I guess we'll just skip it for now. It's not really that important. We only skipped about like 10 seconds, so I just kind of wanted to show that off. But anyway, here we are. This one of the coolest. It looks like there's like smoke in the sky, and there's like this orange background and these windmills. God, that would just be such one of the most beautiful things you could ever look at. The sunset. Usually I'm not a sucker for a sunset, but when it's in a virtual world where all belief is suspended, then I'll take it. I'll take it over a real life sunset, because there's nowhere in Washington that I know of where you could get as good as a sunset as, you know, a game programmer could create, which is really nice. And I'm saying that kind of sarcastically because I'm sure there is, but it's just the fact they can make this much beauty in, you know, this medium is just appalling to me. Not appalling. Appalling is a very bad word for that. It's just amazing, I should say. And with that, we get lots of flowers. Many flowers, which is awesome. Now there's an achievement here we'll grab really fast. It's just to go through the windmills a couple times. I think 7 times. And we'll go ahead and just do that really fast. It's really easy. Just when it goes in slow motion, that'll indicate you'll have done it once. And just do that 7 times, and we'll be good. So let's hopefully get in. Hopefully it's not glitched or anything. Well, probably not, but anyway, yeah, I got windmills. And there we go! We got the windmill. Wind. Yes, we are wind. We are the wind power. God. Always reminds me of that song by Bright Eyes, Four Winds. Four Winds Below. And some kid I knew in high school, he was like, oh yeah, I love Bright Eyes. I love their song Four Wines. And I was like, Four Wines? Are you kidding me? Four Winds. And that album came out at Casadega in 2008, so that was only 3 years ago, but it feels like a lifetime. So anyway, there's the end of the level. It's just that, and just God. And I love how when we progress just a little bit further, like we go back in time, like the farther we go backwards. But that's kind of cool. I don't think we missed any actually, but yes, if we go to the beginning of the level, it'll be like midday. But now, as we go closer, we turn the setting of the sun, and it's now a bit darker. And that's the end of the level, you guys. Yes, we're increasing this asteroid's strength tenfold. Yeah, God, just look at that. And this effect right here, the glowing of the tips of the grass, is incredible. And I highly, I cannot stress enough how much you guys should see the next level. If you think that effect looks cool, then by God, like when I was younger, we used to have a Christmas tree that did that, or a mini Christmas tree, I should say. But it was one of the most like coolest thing in the tips of the tree would keep on changing colors. But there we got all 3 of them, so that's pretty good. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. The next one is going to be amazing, but very short, so keep that in mind. Now that we've done the left 3 levels, now we've got the right 3 for the blue flower. So with that, you guys, hope you guys enjoyed this segment of Flower, and I will talk to you guys later.